It's been my pleasure with the Honourable Scott Simpson to travel to Nusa Dua, Bali, Indonesia on the 144th Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union as the representatives of our Parliament.
Countries from all around the world joined together through a common interest in issues that are globally important. Highlighted at the time were issues relating to the Ukraine.
We were asked by Ada Gherkins, who is the chair of the 12+, to propose a resolution on behalf of 12+ nations. And so from our perspective, calling for a peaceful resolution to what was happening in the Ukraine seemed the best pathway forward. And I guess for us being really clear about our adherence to those global frameworks, which are all about respecting one another, understanding each other's position, but fundamentally committing to a world where peace and international security is maintained.
One of the other key features was the climate debate that took place, as you could expect, and I was able to deliver the speech on behalf of New Zealand that highlighted the bipartisan approach that the New Zealand Parliament has towards climate action and our pathway to net zero 2050.
The Bureau of Women Parliamentarians, we had a discussion with Pramila Patten, who is currently the UN Special Envoy to the General Secretary focused on sexual violence in war. We've committed to ongoing dialogue and discussion and ensuring that women's voices actually are heard within the peace and resolution process. And actually at our final meeting we were very clear that if the IPU was to establish a task force of parliamentarians to engage with Russian parliamentarians and Ukrainian parliamentarians, from our perspective, half of the delegation had to be women.
The forum was held in Bali, and it's 20 years since the tragic Bali bombing. We were able to go to the memorial of the Bali bombing with colleagues from the United Kingdom and Australia. And there we laid wreaths and just reflected on the tragedy that was the Bali bombing, where 3 New Zealanders were killed. So that was a poignant but important part of the trip.
That was my last IPU assembly, and as the chair I've been incredibly privileged to represent our New Zealand Parliament within that context. The IPU is very much about discussion, dialogue, but it also provides an opportunity for New Zealand to share our position on certain issues. So there's an opportunity to learn from other countries about how they practice democracy, and fundamentally I think that is the value, so that we can all work together to make democracy work for the world.